Hi, hello. This is another video. Uh, Last one was too short. 13 minutes? That's too short. So this is gonna be longer because yeah, okay, whatever. Um, John answered chums. Oh wait, shit, sorry. Two chums have been trying to message you. John answered chums. I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on Piltgrist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose that has anything to do with the game? I don't know. Maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, the dedication to obtaining the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow! Fascinating! Ugh. If the media is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but it isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar, while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic folly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumbled, dirty, wife beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburban, it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I totally steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether. How's a meteor coming? There's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, heading right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive, and there. We'll t- we'll talk later if we'll talk later if I am still alive and the Earth isn't blown up, like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island. They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale, like it really means anything to us. But it's like it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah. What's that big, sir? That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Or is it literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter? Oh shit. Anyway, later. John, use pre-punch card and tell him leave. Use pre-punch card? Blah, blah, blah. You slip the pre-punch card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above the tool arm deploy. Above, above the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. John, take Cruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite owl you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. The perfect crime. You retrieve the Cruxite owl. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. John, use Cruxite owl on totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. John, activate lathe. You lathe. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem. Alright, I use the lathe to make this blue shapy thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemizer again? Hello? The dual therapist is no longer connected. Continue. She drops the tub, I guess. Continue. And the little clock is doing what clocks do. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she's playing with a friend. She's playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection. Somehow, this young lady named. It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this? What was the name of this young lady again? Enter name. Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it. One more time. Rose Lalonde. Lalonde. Lalonde? Lalonde. 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 Okay, Rosaland. Examine room. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity. Although your laptop computer still functions on battery power, you have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy you enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the for the for the bestiality strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. On occasion, if the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with friends. What will you do? Rose, retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple packages contains the purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Rose, writhe like a flagellum, and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Rose, strike writing journal and mutter, "My precious." You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Rose, get violin. You catalog the violin, starting on the root card of your cell decks. Rose, play a haunting refrain on the violin. Alright, that's impressive and also enough. Let me adjust the screen. I know what I'm doing. Alright. Whoops, wrong button. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. John, tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Since your good for nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear, sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue collar, salt of the earth father, then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Rose, capture log knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method. K, that sign, crocodile mouth, V. Rose, look out window. New York. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jasper's, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least, that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house. Perhaps if you seek higher ground? Rose, get a laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L, crocodile mouth, V, L, crocodile mouth, K. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your cell deck outbalances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. K, crocodile mouth, L, V, crocodile mouth, L. Okay, whatever. Rose, examine book on desk. Grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for an enthusiast of your ilk, sorry, of which there are very few. Rose, take book. You take the Grimoire. I don't know how to pronounce that word. G, crocodile mouth, L. G, crocodile mouth, K. Rose, go explore the house. Oh boy. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there's no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is a way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there? Your mother's room is also in that direction. You have to watch your step. Rose, tiptoe to observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. Continue. And she's sneaking. Oh, there's her beautiful, hot mom. Anyways, Rose, sneak by. Oh, she's gone now. Continue. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Rose, go through door. The door opens to an exterior walkway, sorry, leading to observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. Rose, hurry up to the observatory. Rose, try to connect. You first put your laptop down the floor to get it situated. But removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. Rose, see what you can observe. You're in a hurry, sure. That doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. Rose, stack laptop on Grimoire to maximize elevation. You need every advantage you can get. Rose, access laboratory. Rose, access laboratory Wi-Fi network. Oh boy. There are several signals being broadcast from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. Continue. And the clocks and what clocks do. I'm back. Get up and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience. You still haven't used a new totem. Huh? I believe it will create the item on the punch card. So what is it? Like an apple or something? What is it? Like an apple or something? What good would that even do? We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item. And the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy-looking thing. Sick. No idea what that means. Do we have enough of those? Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to the Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance, in my view. Now off you go. Rose, remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build grist. Rose, put bathtub back. You probably should have just done this in the first place. John, take Tome to Alchemiter. Got to, got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. Rose, remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. Continue. Look at a tree and an apple. John, take bite of apple. Wowza! Oh shit. Like a nuke. Anyways, end of Act 1. Years in the future, but not many. A wayward vagabond records a stuttering step in sun-bleached dust. Act 2. Holy shit. Okay. Well, you can read all this. Spurb Beta Walkthrough, version 1.0, April 13th, 2009, by Tentacle Therapist. Table of Contents. Caveats and Condolences. Walkthrough incomplete. Chapter Caveats and Condolences. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trite, even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forgo the inscrutable ASCII banner, which typically heralds the striking freefall of those documents. It also resists the urge to brandish any copyright marks or the particular neurosis that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless plots as the woods burn around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a what? Into the sails of a galleon? Gay? As sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering. Wait, I forgot to read that. Fuck, sorry. As we embark as we embark on this voyage together, nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a deranged ghost, for that matter. I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood you will see will be set soon enough. Since you are reading this, chances are you have installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you've just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up about it. There is never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now, as I type and as you read. I have come to understand that we are always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who know and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is, while the game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet's crypt, it is also your only hope to live. I am presently faced with the same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from assured. I'll play the game, as much of it as there is to play. I record my findings here. If you want to live, you do as I instruct. My condolences, Tentacle Therapist. This one's the sound page. Look at little John. Little John. Continue. Oh, no, the thing's not finished yet. Sorry. The kernel divides, the two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion. Boy! What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment, you thought you heard someone say boy, as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It was probably just your imagination there. You there, boy! Oh, I get to play this one. This large platform, good grief, what is it, boy? Oh, that's just tutorial. Fuck do I do here? Boy, open this door and walk through it. Boy, go in here. Observe this box. Acquire this small Persian rug. The towel, dumbass. It'll probably come in handy for cleaning up this weird mess in your room. Not that it's a huge priority, though. This huge sewing machine. Of what use it is? Of what use is it? The punch cards seem to contain the instructions for carving a totem of a certain shape. You guess maybe other punch cards will produce different shapes? It bears further exploration. Oh, there's a fuck-ass book. This funny man text. You should ignore it. Just look at the cover. Just look at the cover cracks you up. What a great book. Harry Anderson is a hero. And Mike Cabinet's glowing treatment of the man does him every bit of justice. You have to get us another read soon. You there, boy. What? Oh, nothing there. What's that? It looks different now. After you bit that apple, your whole house seemed to be transported somewhere. Then the apple disappeared and the kernel spray underwent a transformation. Aside from the change in appearance, the transformation doesn't seem to have any ramifications. Relevant ramifications. Sorry, I don't know how to read. Boy, listen to me, boy. His name is John, you nincompoop. Boy, who's John? Do as I say. What would you like Boy Who's John to do? Obey my commands, John boy. And those commands would be? Jesus, I can't fucking read this one. Would like the boy to interact with his environment in a constructive manner. Maybe you should be a little more specific. Have the boy assess the current situation. I'm afraid I can't have the boy do that. Tell him to do it yourself. Very well. Okay. No. Keep moving. Believe me, you have no intention of turning your head to observe this dreadful thing. What is this? Use this to reseal the opening there. If only putting the lid back on the crusher would undo all it's done, alas, Pandora's tube has been open. Small dresser tray? Useless. In retrospect, it's pretty funny when your dad pied you like that. Okay. Gotcha again by the old man. Still a lump of soup for future use, boy. That stuff is really dirty and you don't want it. Besides, you have it in good authority that a significant portion of it is comprised of asbestos. Topple this urn immediately. That'd be disrespectful to your Nana. You just won't do it, or not intentionally at least. You consider that it's fortunate that she is no longer around to witness his sorrow. On the other hand, you'll probably benefit from her elderly wisdom now. I think that's all there's to see. This tells me to press Control T. What the fuck? The fuck? What the fuck? Why is John like that? Oh boy. It tells me to click on the house's chimney to find a secret area. Oh boy, I don't think I can go upstairs. Perfect. Okay. Alright, chimney time. What's in the chimney? Put me upstairs. How the fuck do I do this shit? Oh, there you go. Oh, is that the chimney? I'm guessing that's the chimney. Oh, I see. Oh, there's no chimney up here. How's this chimney to find a secret area? I can't click on it. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, this is stupid. Fucking stupid as shit. Boy, quit all this scurrying around. For the last time, this boy's name is John. Fine, John, return to your quarters. You go up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this weird petroleum-based sludge. Now, John, respond to your friend unit. John, are you there? Hey, yeah, I'm here. And not dead, I think. I know. I've been watching you scramble through the house like a lunatic. You should have answered me sooner. Oh, ma'am, sorry. I was looking around for my dad and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him? No, I'm sure he'll turn up. No, I'm sure he'll turn up. You have more important things to address right now. Yeah? Like, where am I? I don't know that either. I've determined your neighborhood was destroyed by a meteor. Wherever you were transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports in the news. Over the last few days, there have been many small meteor collisions with people's homes around the world, and they seem to be getting bigger. Yours was the biggest I've identified so far. Wow. Okay. So then I guess if this is all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world? Perhaps. No. Perhaps. Perhaps. Then we'd better get then we'd better get moving and figure this game out. Yes, but wait. We should retrieve your PDA yet again. It will help to keep tabs on each other while you investigate. I think I can get you closer to it if I can replenish your grist somewhat. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used. Okay. I'll meet you out on the balcony. Wait, Rose, one thing. What? You never even wished me happy birthday. Hello? I was working out something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believed meager well wishes alone would suffice for the occasion. That said, happy birthday, John. Haha. Oh, geez, that is silly. Anyway, thanks. First, take the fabric item on the floor. The towel? Why? Oh well, you're the boss. You capture the towel. What now? Do as the purple text says. To the balcony. John makes his way to the balcony per your awkwardly worded request. Wait, take that blue wobbly thing. You whimsically decide to capture the totem, which was used to create the apple tree earlier. John, recycle the grist, as was dictated by your cohort. John cannot do anything with the grist, as of this moment. That is up to the suburb player. I see. Continue. Yes, that'll suffice. Rose deletes the perfectly generic objects, 6 units of build grist, or restore to your grist cache. Continue. Rose expends the grist to drag a new plank from the balcony in the direction of PDA. John, run across this precarious platform swiftly. John isn't sure about that. It's a long way down. Boy, I said make haste on the narrow catwalk. John is very nervous about the idea, and the strident tone of your commands is starting to make him a little upset. Fine, proceed as your level of comfort dictates. Look at him. Look at my son, he's crossing. You cautiously walk within range of the PDA. Rose retrieves it. Now take it! Oopsies. You grab the PDA, launching one of the Harlequin figures into the night. You can kiss that one goodbye. Continue. Just one continue command will suffice, thanks. It looks like you're not the only one trying to locate your father after disaster. These boring men are uninteresting. Click. John, are you okay? You seem a bit tentative. I'm fine, I guess. Since I got here, I feel compelled to do these weird things I don't really want to do, by some kind of voice I really can't even hear. I don't know, it's hard to explain. The strokes. Perhaps the early symptoms of an anxiety disorder, like post-traumatic stress? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Well, if you can pull yourself together, there are a few more things we should try, like prototyping the kernel sprite again, if possible. We should hurry. My laptop battery won't last forever. Okay, I'll go back inside. No, don't do that. Hop off this ledge onto that car. What? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous. Continue. Now you're just being a pest. Which turnip truck did you just tumble out of anyway? Who are you? Used in the future, but not many. An unsealed tunnel welcomes hot desert air into its stagnant depths. Oh boy. Oopsies. Continue. Oh, I gotta read more of this shit. This is too much. Well, you know what? It's gonna be good for time. An examination of the basics. Upon connecting with the client user, you, the server user, will be met with a control panel allowing you to manipulate your co-player's environment. You will find that you're allowed to deploy 4 items at no expense. 3 of these are rather large machines, and 1 is a punch card. It's quite possible that you have already deployed some of these items before reading this. If this is the case, and you have activated the machine called the crux shooter, such as displayed a countdown, you must proceed to section A111, A100, sorry, of this walkthrough immediately. The life of the client user depends on it, and if your co-player has activated this device in your environment too, then yours does as well. But if not, please refrain from doing anything with the quick shooter, aside from merely deploying it. This will buy us some time to think things through properly, and to go over the basics of the game before you find your soft, easily punctured head in the jaws of the lion. I remember lion. Whatever. As mentioned, there are 4 items to consider, each playing a role in a process which appears to have a singular purpose to manufacture objects out of thin air. The designers of this game, judging by the language used, regard this as a sort of alchemy. This may allude to complexities in the production process yet to present themselves, but for now, the variety of objects you are able to create remains quite limited. The items in question are the crux shooter, again, tread lightly with this one, the totem lathe, the alchemiter, and the pre-punched card. I will describe how these devices work in conjunction with each other, and I'll use an analogy of having a key made at a hardware store to help you understand. First, deploy all of these objects in convenient proximity to each other. Be sure not to block doors or pathways with them. You can always revise the dimensions of rooms to make space for them. But I advise against this, or even experimenting with the function. Doing so comes at the expense of build risk, a commodity which appears to be at a premium at the onset, and one you'd be best advised to save for later. The crux shooter. Removing the lid signals the moment your life becomes a great whirling batshit pandemonium. Sorry, I'm gonna read that again. Removing the lid signals the moment your life becomes a great whirling batshit pandemonium, somewhat resembling the chaos of an especially ethnic wedding. Somewhere, a soused uncle deliberately shatters china on the floor, muddy life so it's decorated, and then lost track of. The question, whose meal is this, attempts to be heard over the din. This is now your reality, all right? But aside from that, it marks the beginning of the process I'm about to describe. The countdown begins. Yes, also an entity called the kernel sprite is released. But neither of these things are all that relevant to the process, to my knowledge. More on these things later. What is relevant is the unlimited Cruxer's ability to dispense Cruxite owls. It will dispense at least 1, though I suspect it is capable of producing more, given parameters I'm not yet familiar with. In my key making analogy, these dowels represent the uncarved pieces of metal which the hardware store employee retrieves from a drawer of a rack and sets about carving into a key. The two following items are needed to do the carving. Oh boy, that's a lot of reading. Anyways, the totem lathe. It is essentially a key carving machine. It will carve it into your Cruxite dowel a pattern of grooves and contours, the sort which makes a key unique. The instructions for this pattern are supplied by the punch card, which is inserted into lathe pre-activation to configure its chisels. Once the dowel is carved, you have a totem serving as your key, which can then be used to unlock the card item through the alchemiter. But at this point, I will diverge from my key making analogy and switch to a barcode analogy, which is not a terribly strenuous leap to make. Okay. Since the concept of a key and a barcode are essentially the same, one being a unique pattern of groves, the other of varying black lines, the alchemiter. If you place a crocodile doll, carved or uncarved, on the alchemiter's small pedestal, its robotic arm will scan the contours with a laser, hence the barcode analogy. This is the machine's way of reading the data originally imprinted on the card and transforming that data into into a physical object. Though typically, this is not done with expense. I believe an uncarved dowel results in the creation of a perfectly generic object, which is seemingly a useless green cube. It costs 2 units of build grist to make, and I do not advise you to waste resources. Waste resources on it. There appears to be many other varieties of grist, ostensibly used in combinations to create different sorts of items, which possibly offers some insight into the game's use of the term alchemy. But quite conveniently, there's an exception to this. Creating the item on the pre-punched card costs nothing. This is good, because creating this item turns out to be essential. Essential, sorry. Now that you know this, you can in your own time begin the process. Once initiated, naturally there's no going back. So best to be prepared. But you probably shouldn't drag your feet too long. As I mentioned earlier, there's the only means of escape. When you're ready, be prepared to follow the steps in the next section swiftly. So your clock shooter is ticking. Do this to live. Oh my god, there's a lot of reading. In the distance, meteorites fall with greater frequency. The fire in the forest burns so hot, not even the rain is putting out. Rose, check status of battery. Your laptop battery, your laptop battery is alright for now, but it won't be for long. If the power in the house doesn't come back on, you can think of one last resort: the small backup generator stored behind the mausoleum. Rose, prototype sprite with Betty Crocker box. What? Oh man, you're going to use that? That sucks. What a stupid idea. You have to hurry along. I'm running low on battery power. But the cake mix. Ugh, that's so dumb. I doubt it matters. We might as well just use any old crap lying around. Fine. I guess. Continue. The sprite is plain hard to get. You guess that's what you get for originally prototyping with something that engenders mischief and pranksterism. Do the potted vegetables instead. It looks delicious. Pipe down, you. This is Rose's decision, not yours. Rose, prototype sprite with Sessaker text. Oh yes, sweet! Now we're talking. See if you can distract it. I'll try to sneak up on it. John, flail about in a distracting manner. The sprite finds a distracting manner in which you flail about to be rather distracting. Continue. The pesky sprite eludes you again. Not even the great Colonel himself can outfox it. Narrowly missing with your attempt to create the Colonel sprite, you drop the massive tome. The entire house rattles under the astonishing girth of the book. Girth? Okay. Continue. In the other room, Nana's ashes dump onto the sprite, which is caught unawares by the dousing. Inspect Hag Ash Incident. You find the sacred urn toppled again. This time you're quite sure it wasn't your fault. The sprite is nowhere to be found. Rose, remove Crux from doorway. Oh man, where'd it go? I can't find anyone in the house. No time to worry about it. The next thing we should do is get your server copy from the game from your car. You need to connect to my client so I can repeat your steps and presumably join you wherever you are. We should do this quickly before my house burns down. What? There's a fire! No, sorry. What? There's a fire? There will be soon. Oh, geez, just so move this thing already. It looks like it requires a lot of grist to move. I don't have enough to relocate the door either. How much do you have? 0. Oh, I thought about jumping to the car from the ledge earlier, but that sounds really dangerous. I have a better idea. Meet me upstairs. Do again as purple words say. In the next episode. Haha.